I just want to quickly go through how to mark work on the Google Classroom. So the first thing, of course, is that we create our assignments, right? We've done videos on that already, and creating a rubric. Now, the students are to submit to the assignment in the Google Classroom. How are they going to submit, and what is this turn in? So let's look at the student's view, and I will get an email if there's a new assignment. Click classwork, and there are assignments here for me to do. Let's click on any one. View assignment. So I'm the student, right? They're asking me to submit my work. I click add, and I can submit something from my Google Drive, a link to something, a file, or I can create a new document. Okay, so let's just create a new document here. So Google Doc, and it opens up, and here is my work. Good. All right, and I'm done. And I can turn in one time. So when a student has completed an assignment, they should click on the turn in button. What that turn in button does, let's go to the teacher's view, and we will see that eventually the teacher will be notified that the student turned in some work. So let's see. See? Turned in. Out of 9 people, one person submitted the work. So I know I have something to mark. All right. So that's the point of turn-in. I'm just going to show one more from the student view. Just one more submission. So that was using a Google Doc, and let's say I want to upload a file this time. So it could be Microsoft Word, it could be a picture, anything. I'm going to use a picture this time. Currently I have a 21-day meditation going on, so I'm just going to upload that picture and click turn in. Alright, there we go. And on now the teacher's side, it's the same thing, in that I will see that one person submitted out of 9. Okay, whereas we had 0 out of 10, let's say, right? So this is what it would look like before anybody actually submitted. Okay, and that's the purpose of the turn-in, to make the teacher aware that someone submitted work. Okay, right. So as a teacher, I can mark the assignment in the Google Classroom. I can make comments and then return the marks to the students. Okay, so let's do that. So as a teacher, I'm going to look at the different assessments. Let's start with this first one. And I can see that only one person submitted something, everybody else is nothing, and then one person only turned in. So I click on that one person, and I can of course use the rubric here, right? Or I could actually type in the value if I wanted to instead. But you'll notice it automatically tallies, and it automatically creates a grade here. Now I left this grade out of 100. I didn't put it out of 5, and it automatically calculated the percentage for me, right? Okay, now if I wanted to comment on a student's work, I have private comments here. That student will get an email. So this is one way of providing feedback on the assignment besides the rubric itself. So it's another way, I should say. So private comments. Right, so as a teacher, I can submit comments here. There's also a plus sign here. I can click. I can highlight anywhere. Right, click anywhere else. I mean, that's up to you, right? Okay, and I'm done with that. You can see it's draft, X that. And oh, look, my mark came up here, 40. I could give everybody else zeros. Alright, and then I can click on all students and return. By returning, I am letting the students know that I have marked their assignment. So they're actually going to get an email saying that I marked their assignments. Okay, so let me see as the student, let me see what was sent to me. So right, I get an email saying I got my assignment was marked. It was graded rather. So if I go to that assignment, I can see my marks, and I see my assignment here, and click on open a new window, and I can see my comments here. And the student can resolve or they can reply. Resolve means that they're good with the assignment, the comment. Okay, then, oh, also my private comment shows up here. Okay, private comments is also sent as an email. So that's on the student side. Let's go back on to the teacher's side and let's just mark another. So I'm gonna mark here. This time this was a Google Doc. So again, I have here in the private comments, I have my rubric. Okay. And I have my comments here. There's a plus sign in between. Okay. And let's say I only wanted to return this one assignment. I can do that. Okay. Now on the student side, I will get another email saying I got a private comment and my I was marked. So let me go check that out as a student. Yep, I was get my rubric, I got my marks. Let me check out my Google Doc, and I see it's coming up forever. Right, there's my comment. Okay, that's one comment there from the teacher, and there's another one in the private comment. Good. All right, back to teacher's view. I think I have one more to show you. This time I have a Word document. So usual thing, I can get my rubric going. I can have my private comments. And how do I comment on a Word document though? I can't highlight as easily. All right. So, oh, the highlights did come up. Good. It just takes a little while though with the Microsoft Word. Okay. All right, and let me return this one and go back to student view. And again, I'm going to get my emails and let's see. It was marked. Yes, it was marked. And I had a Word document. Not seeing anything. Click on the three dots, open a new window. And I see my comment. All right. So, as a oops, let me go back. Right. Get back into my Google Classroom. Okay. So as a teacher, I'm able to make comments and give feedback. I'm able to return marks. And a student in return is able to see the marks given. I'm notified of marks given. I've notified when something has been graded, and I can see whatever feedback the teacher gave me, any comments the teacher gave me. Right, so the final thing as a teacher, after doing all this grading on Google Classroom, I can't do all that work for nothing. Does that mean I have to go and type over all these marks? No. So how do we compile that mark sheet? First, I'm going to show you how you can view the grades, and finally how to download the mark sheet. So as a teacher in the Google Classroom, there's a grades option, and you get to see all the grades. People who they got zero, people who actually got a mark, people who did not submit anything at all, things that you did not mark as well are showing up. This is a draft, that means I did not return it. All right, so that's how I can see all of the grades. Now, let's say I want to download my mark sheet. It is end of term, it is midterm. I want to compile my mark sheet. So what I've done, I think I went too quickly. I clicked on the assignment, view assignment, and I'm in student work, and there's this little gear wheel, the settings, and I can download these grades alone, or I can download all of the grades that everything I marked in Google Classroom. Or I could copy to Google Sheets, which means it will go to my Google Drive. I'm going to download. Now it says CSV, which is a type of Excel document. So let's try it out. There it goes, and it's there. All right, there it opened. Ooh, and we see a lot of information here. I can see how much marks, so that's at the top here, how many marks the assignment was worth, and then I can see all of the marks for everybody there. I can see the date it was. Is that date given and due or given? One of those dates, right? Right, so this is what you want. And then, of course, you can modify this to calculate your mark sheet for midterm and end of term. So maybe I don't want, I can delete these because I can always get back the mark sheet if I need, right? I'm not going to take these. Right, I'm not going to take these either. Okay, now I can compile. Maybe I'll just use these marks. All right, so that's how using marking work on the Google Classroom can allow you to provide feedback to the student, notify them of when things are due, notify them of when things are marked, and allow you to get all your grades without you typing it over.